thing, but it doesn't
Welcome back. I'm Star Connor, and joining me is LaCourciere. We were just talking about different programs going on at Besser Museum. Before I interrupted you, with snowy conditions outside, what are you guys doing to, get people in to enjoy the museum?
So for the Planetarium, we've expanded our show offering. We've added a new show called Season of Light, Season of Dark. It's something we premiered a few weeks ago at our Season of Light Gala. It's been updated and expanded as part of our regular show now, and it'll be showing throughout the end of the year. And for the last week of December and the first week of January, we'll also have additional shows all throughout the week to take advantage of everyone who has this time off out of school.
Okay. So do you have the show times of the different planetarium times? Okay.
Our regular shows are Wednesday through Sunday, and we've added Sunday shows now. During the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're showing at 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. On Saturday, we're at 12, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So Saturdays, you can come in throughout the day. And Sundays, we have 3 shows at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 3 o'clock. And all the details on the shows, the updated show schedule, can be found on our website, www.bessermuseum.org. And that's always the best place to look for all of these details.
Okay, and something else we were talking about in our conversation earlier, it's snowing outside. So can you see anything in the skies right now besides clouds and white?
This is the number one reason to come to the Planetarium, because we always have perfect skies in the dome. So I highly suggest everyone come to the Planetarium to learn what's up there, and then really take advantage, if you have a clear patch outside at night, to go out and run out and look. Don't run too fast, it's slippery outside.
Right.
But if you go outside, stick to bright objects. There's one in particular, one object I want to point out that many people are very familiar with, and they may have seen it but not known what it is. In the early evening, looking over in our eastern sky, we have several bright stars, but there's also a little bright cluster of stars. It may appear a little fuzzy at first. You may look at it using averted vision, looking out of the corner of your eyes. And you should spot there in that little fuzzy cluster of stars 5 or 6. And if you went back several thousand years, apparently you would have seen 7 stars. And that lends this cluster its name, the Seven Sisters, also known as the Pleiades or M45. And this is a grouping of stars that many people, at least by name, are very familiar with. This is also a great object if you have a really simple, really basic pair of binoculars. That's a great way to see them, because this object is wide. When we look at the sky, that means different things, but it takes up a good deal of space up in the night sky.
Now, I wonder how to get that name again. Like, why was it called the Seven?
The Seven Sisters, originally the name came about apparently because there were 7 bright stars that were visible. And there are various mythologies and cultural stories attached to this grouping. In the traditional Greco-Roman, Greek and Roman stories, these could have been the 7 daughters of Atlas, one of the Titans in Greek mythology.
Oh,
and it's possible they're being pursued by Orion, a constellation that many people are familiar with, and that is just starting to be visible over the horizon around the same time, a little bit later to see all of Orion, but he's also up this time of year.
Okay, so I want to know, what's your favorite season, by the way? I know this is an odd question, but I mean, with the snow here,
definitely the summer. I do enjoy the blue skies. I'm wearing blue, of course, today in the hopes that it will be clear. The summer also has another cluster or type of cluster of stars up. The Pleiades is what's known as an open cluster. The Pleiades are very young stars, only about 65 million years old. Now, that's young cosmically speaking. During the summer months, we have groupings of stars known as globular clusters. And these are stars that are billions of years old. They date back to the early universe. And these clusters we see best during the summer months because they tend to orbit near the center of the galaxy. So the summer for those objects, that's one of my favorite seasons. But there's always something new and different to see up. In particular, if anyone who comes to our Season of Light show will learn about a nebula inside Orion.
Okay.
And that's something we only see during the winter and spring months.
All right.
So that object right there makes winter an amazing stargazing season.
Well, talking about blue, we're going to turn it to weather with meteorologist Ulysses Garcia to see if there's more snow. But I thank you for coming in, Thaddeus.
You're welcome.